BG, welcome to Radio Row. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm doing good, man. You know, trying to see what this all about, because we ain't used to this over here.
It's a circus,
welcome to the other side, BG.
Right, the other side. It's like, y'all do this?
You like to talk about the controlled chaos on the football field. I'm not so sure this is controlled. This is just chaos.
It's just chaos. It's controlled over here, though. It's kind of quiet over here.
Yeah, we bring a good energy, you know, and I have to say, like, seeing BG on Radio Row has been a very unique experience. Like, you know, a guy walks by in a walking boot, BG's like, how much longer you got? You have not become jaded by Radio Row in a way that I can really appreciate.
Oh, yeah, man. You gotta be where your feet are, like Coach used to say all the time. And, yeah, man, I'm just excited to be here. Even if it's brief or whatever it is, it's like getting the experience, because this is going to be something that I try to do hopefully every year, but hopefully the Eagles in there most years.
All right, so we got a lot to come on this episode. We're going to hear from Nate Tice and Ben Solak separately with their thoughts on maybe what is to come for Jalen Hurts and a new look offense. We've got an episode of BG Unblocked coming up either later this week or next week. Chris Long and Bo Allen joined us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
On the 8th anniversary of that first Super Bowl, BG. So happy anniversary to you.
I appreciate you. 8 years, crazy, man. And you know, hopefully we can make another run at it.
Yes. All right. So let's start here with the Parks preview presented by Bent Parks, and I think what we want to talk about here, EJ, in the this mystery, what's the offense going to look like, is BG. Like what's your understanding of Jalen's acceptance and embracing of, once again, having a new offense to learn?
I know he's going to adjust to whatever the team did. Like, you know, the team hired Mannion, and I'm excited for that. Like, I can't wait to see. I'm sure he's excited same way, because it's all you can do is control what you can, and all he can do is control who's brought in, make sure he's all in for whatever they selling, and I'm sure with the reviews I've gotten from about his new offensive coordinator, that it's another guy that, you know, a great one coming in. Can't wait to see how his work relationship kind of happens over the journey of these 6 months. And yeah, man, I'm hoping that they have a great product later on, like in September when it's time, you know, to go out there and show what should have been showed this year.
Now, I want to bring our viewers a little bit behind the curtain here. As somebody who is always trying to extract information from the locker room, I consider BG one of the foremost Jalen Hurts whisperers in that locker room.
Yeah.
If you need to know what Jalen's mindset is on something, where Jalen's at with something, you are one of the first lockers I'll stop at. So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, where do you think Jalen's, where do you think his mindset is after the way that the season ended?
Well, you know what, you got to take a break from all the chaos that was going on this year, get a refocus, then you come back, then you write it down, new goals for this year, probably embracing whatever comes, and it couldn't have been as bad as it was this year. So I know that whoever they bring in, that was the biggest decision for this offseason. So now that the decision is in, I know he's probably just like, all right, now it's time to kick it into gear. Now it's time to get on that phone call, talk with him, see exactly what his plan is, what he envisions. And then you got to get through the draft too, because you never know. Team's always looking for best available. Best available at a time.
Yeah, that's
could
true.
be a quarterback, could be linebacker, could be so many different positions, but you just don't know where everything draws from. But I'm sure he's not worried about that, because the contract tells it all with that. I mean, he's not going anywhere. But I know that it's going to be something that he's already flipped the switch.
Well, I was watching the clips from the Pro Bowl game last night. Game unquote, and I gotta say, this is kind of hokey. But I love watching Jalen play with a smile on his face, which we don't usually get to see, and like seeing him have a good time on the football field. He's got such a magnetic smile, right? And I feel like we saw that more in 2022, and then he's talked about that loss sort of changed him a little bit. But I don't know, I would like to see him play with a little bit more joy. Is that fair?
I mean, you know what? I've learned to accept people for who they are, and when they do give you something that's abnormal, sometimes not as normal, what you see, I can appreciate it more because he's just a guy that everybody don't get to see that part.
You have a much better sense of him than we do.
I do know he's trying to be more, like you said, like, because he knows that his words hold weight, and that a smile can go a long way. And of course, man, if you got a beautiful smile, man, put that thing out there. You know, you see me every
I feel
day.
like a creepy guy talking to like a teenage girl, like, why don't you smile more? Like,
that is funny though, because really, when you tell somebody to do something, they do the total opposite.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start saying,
I don't think me telling
stay
Jalen to
frowning,
smile is
Jay.
gonna
Stay
move the
frowning,
needle.
being you.
Yeah.
Hey, be you. And then eventually you get on the smile a little more.
Yeah, but you and I have talked before about that there has been growth in that area.
Oh,
for
yeah.
him.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
trying to be more outward. I guess what stands out about that from him this season?
Because you know what, when you in the number one, when you in the prime spot of where he is, the quarterback, you know, the number one person that get paid the most, the one that everybody's looking to in those pressure situations, what he's going to do, it's going to have to drive the game-winning drive to win the game. You putting he the one who touched the ball the most, and so he knows that. He knows coming in that everybody, you know, this is what they want. Like what he say after that Pittsburgh game, that's what y'all want to see.
Yeah, that's what y'all wanted to see, huh?
He kind of like feeling like that with, all right, this is what y'all want. All right, I'm going to try to meet y'all halfway. And I like that because I feel like even with him, he probably feel a little good doing it too sometimes because, man, it's always good. It's always sometimes hard to stay. It's always hard to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, it was just a challenge this year for him to stay true to who he was even through this chaos. But now I see that, you know, with a new coordinator, you probably see him probably smiling a little more. Because from what I hear, you know, he works well with a lot of the guys that he's been coaching with. But, you know, he still got to come in and get everybody to believe in what he's selling. So can't wait to see how all that transpire, even with A.J., because I think he probably still going to be back. I think he's going to be back. I think they just want to get everybody excited for what's to come, and I'm hoping that this will get them excited.
Well, that's counter to some of the reporting we've heard so far that people expect AJ to be gone. So I think it's good to hear a counterpoint.
Yeah, you know, it's like, of course, like how we say this all the time. Some of those little snippets you hear. I don't like trading away good players.
Yeah.
And you would hate for them to go somewhere else and go ball when it's like, dang, why we couldn't figure it out, or why we couldn't hold on to him a little longer. He would have been perfect in this. You know what I'm saying?
But he did once say that Carson Wentz was like a finger on his hand, and then traded him a month later. So.
Oh yeah, I know.
Nature of the business.
Right.
Yeah.
It does happen.
Hey,
All right, that'll
you're
close
right
the
though.
book.
You're right about that. So I say it's a 60-40
Yeah.
that he stays.
All right, that'll close the book on the Parks preview presented by Bet Parks. Thank you to the good folks at Bet Parks. I don't know, what else do you think is going on here? It's kind of fun, right?
You know what? What's going on? What I've heard already is how was the parties, man? The parties. I heard.
I told you about this party last night. It was a dud.
Yeah.
It was a dud. And I have another complaint.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell, where's my camera? Roger Goodell, here's what happened. They sent a thing for the media party, which usually is a nice party.
Yep.
Last night's was a dud, that's fine. But they say there's going to be shuttles at 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30, and 8 o'clock. And we get there, me, EJ, Lindsay, and Ben, we get there for the 8 o'clock shuttle.
Fashionably late.
Right?
Yeah, you don't want to be the first one at the party. We're not losers.
Yeah. You want to make that impression like, ooh,
You want
that.
to make an entrance. Yeah, we get there. We get there at
Jay-Z
about
up in that thing.
7:45 for the 8 o'clock shuttle. No buses to be seen. And the guy says, yeah, sorry, like we filled up all the shuttles. There is no 8 o'clock shuttle. I'm sorry. I was told there would be an 8 o'clock shuttle. There was no fine print that said 8 o'clock shuttle unless all the shuttles fill up. So Roger Goodell, get your stuff together.
Get off your wallet, right?
Get another shuttle, Roger.
Yeah.
What is up with that?
Because I was drinking and I need that shuttle.
Now you'll get into some different parties than we will, BJ.
I'm sending Roger Goodell a bill
you know
for
what?
$45 that I had to pay for the Uber, and he better pay it.
I'm hearing about that New Heights party. We're gonna see.
Yeah, that's an exclusive guest list right
Oh,
there.
okay. I could probably see that. They probably beating the door down to try to get in.
Yeah, you let us. You give us the tickets. We'll see if we
I
can
got
get
you.
in.
Then I'll let y'all go tell me how that was compared to the one last
Well,
night.
it can't be worse.
Yeah, that'd be
than the
the
price
best.
last
How was
night.
the food at least?
Not good.
Oh man, dang, with a drink.
EJ, we do have
Drinks gonna be the
some
drinks.
Eagles news that we should get to here.
We do, yeah. So the Eagles, this is all reported, have started interviewing quarterbacks coaches. Obviously, we've talked a lot about whether or not Scott Loeffler would be back as the Eagles quarterback coach next season with Sean Mannion filling out his staff. It seems like that's not going to be the case, but again, the indication is that that's still up in the air. So according to Ari Myrov, Connor Senger is one of the names being interviewed. He was a pass game specialist for the Arizona Cardinals last year. And then Greg Olson, not the Greg Olson you guys are thinking, a longtime quarterbacks coach in the NFL, Greg Olson.
Olson with an O, slicked back hair.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, it's at least
he's been doing the job for a long time.
It's an intriguing profile. Yeah. This one's, according to Mike Garafolo, he is a name to watch for the Eagles quarterbacks coach job. So, again, probably not a good sign for Scott Loeffler returning. But yeah, the Eagles, I think we both have talked about it. With this system that Sean Mannion's bringing, I do think having the right quarterbacks coach with an experience in that job is really important.
And Olson had coached Sean Mannion
before.
So
he's coached Sean Mannion. He has experience coaching under McVay. So Greg Olson, not the Greg Olson from TV, has a lot of experience in these systems.
But it's funny, we talk so much about how many different offensive coordinators Jalen has had.
Quarterbacks coaches too.
He's a new position coach every year too.
Yeah.
Never stops.
Really can't settle in and get nobody. I mean, the only way it happens is tough because as soon as you get a coordinator, now he go get a head coaching job because everybody want an offensive mind, like that's a coordinator. Like that's a coordinator that can be the offensive coordinator as a head coach. Like Ben Johnson gonna be there a while.
Yeah.
Like Chicago gonna have that. Then you got all these other coaches. I'm trying to think who is another offensive mind as like. Even LaFleur.
Yeah,
like,
right. Andy. I mean, Andy's the original one, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
even Kellen Moore comes in.
That's why you get him to be there like 15 years because, you have success because, of course, you got to draft well, but you got these coordinators. I mean, everybody want an offensive mind as a head coach, so it's kind of tough. And then, like I say, like it's mostly quarterbacks that former quarterbacks that knew how to talk with some of the quarterbacks, even if they wasn't the starter. They knew how to coach them to show them what they see and the perspective. And you just learn how to be a coach in that. And you learn like what calls are great. While some of the coordinators you get to be a part of, like Kellen was a good one.
Yeah.
Coming in, I'm sure. What's his name? Some of the backup quarterbacks for us.
Josh McCown.
McCown.
Like
another
Minshew.
one
Yeah.
that was able to mentor some of these guys that got much respect, that been in everything, that knows the pressure. So yeah, man, it's tough because it ain't a lot of Mike Tomlins getting hired.
Sure.
Defensive mind quarterbacks. I mean, Minter got hired, but then soon if you don't get a good coordinator, that's when you lose your job.
Yep.
If you don't keep good coordinators, man, that's how you lose them jobs for real. So I just say like we just need man, I will hope for Sirianni that he's just picking the brains from some of these coordinators now, and then when those coordinators leave, like he can build up enough trust again to where he can be able to be that play caller that the Eagles know he can will want him to be, so that we won't have to keep interchanging with head coaches.
Whenever I talk to players about their position coaches, trust is always the operative word.
Yeah.
Is there a position coach that you've been under that you would say really was able to earn your trust like quickly in the span of a few months there?
Yeah, you know what? I would say who was mine? I mean, Wash, when I look back on it, like Washburn, the big Wash.
Wash Senior.
Yeah, Wash Senior.
Not little Wash.
Not saying that, even though we had all the stuff we went through as a young guy, when I look back on it, it was good to have that discipline, that veteran that knew, because I knew he knew what he was doing. Of course, it wasn't easy, but it was just more so of how he coached it and how hard he coached it. And I had to get out my feelings because I'm a young guy and I'm getting all this. I'm a first round pick. It ain't my fault that I got picked by Howie, but he always tried to make it seem like it was my fault. Like I can't get touched because all the first rounders. So that's why I kind of like I felt like it didn't go as well. But when I look back on it, he was somebody that really was a technician that got my technique right. I learned how to even work just even in the year of how hard we need to go, running to the ball. Even when you get to the season, you got to make sure you keep that stuff because you can lose it real fast on what you worked so hard for during the offseason.